Have you ever wondered whether buy now, pay later plans can help you build your credit? Let's find out. Buy now, pay later plans have surged in popularity as a flexible alternative to traditional credit cards, offering consumers the ability to purchase items and pay for them over time without getting new debt on their credit report. Plans offered by companies like Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm, and even PayPal allow you to take a purchase and split it into several interest-free installment payments. But beyond the convenience and ease, one question remains. Can a buy now, pay later plan help you build your credit? So let's talk about how they work in general. Buy now, pay later services generally function as a type of installment loan. So what happens is when you choose the buy now, pay later option at your checkout, the service provider, whether it be Klarna or Affirmed, pays the retailer on the site that you're buying from. They pay them in full up front right then and there. And then you make equal payments to the servicer, say Klarna or PayPal, over a set period of time, which can be anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. This also sounds a lot like your home shopping networks when you got their payment plans that they set up for you, but they usually set it up over longer terms, but it's the same idea. Now, while many options like home shopping network and QVC and whatnot may offer interest-free payments, some others do charge interest, particularly when they have the longer payment periods, like your home shopping network. Now, the question is, how does the buy now, pay later plan impact your credit scores? Well, generally speaking, it largely depends on how the provider reports to the credit bureaus. Not all buy now, pay later service plans report to the credit bureaus at all. Some of them only report negative activity, but they don't report positive activity. So while they may not be willing to let the world know that you've paid on time and in full, they will be quick to tell the world that you missed a payment or that you were late. Now, this sort of selective reporting can have a mixed impact on your credit. Obviously, number one, by not having any positive reporting, you don't get that good history that could help you out. And so even by taking on the responsibility of having that, it won't help you build your credit, although it will help you get access to the items you purchased through a means other than traditional credit. And then, of course, on the other hand, if you get into trouble, then it's going to make your score even worse by them reporting that negative history. I know from a risk standpoint, it would be kind of nice if the rewards were kind of equal to the risk. So, but you do have rewards, but they're a little different from the risk. But from a credit building standpoint, there is no rewards, only risk. Well, and also too, besides the credit pay history, there's also the matter of inquiries. Most buy now, pay later places only do a soft inquiry. So that means it won't show up. It'll show up on your credit, but it won't impact your score, like what we call a hard inquiry. So there is a benefit to that, but at the same time, it may not be as much of a factor if you already have other issues going on. And you have to remember, for the buy now, pay later places that do actually do hard inquiries, the same consideration you should take just like any other credit you're thinking about. Hard inquiries in and of themselves are not a terrible thing. It's you kind of have to have them to apply for credit and build your credit. It's excessive hard inquiries over a short period of time is really what's bad for your credit. So a lot of folks get hung up about inquiries and not having any or trying to delete or dispute them. Hard inquiries are the nature of credit, because you have to make an inquiry to make an application. You just don't want to go overboard, like go to a car dealership that runs your credit through 19 different lenders to get you an approval, and that can have a really bad impact on your score. So, with all that being said, what is the future of buy now, pay later companies as they pertain to credit reporting? Well, I believe that as they grow more and more in popularity, there's going to be more discussions about standardizing how the buy now, pay later places begin to report to credit bureaus. I think if more buy now, pay later places begin to report both positive and negative behavior, like most traditional lenders, that the responsible users would obviously see an improvement in their credit scores over time. However, until that becomes the standard or the norm, I don't think relying on a buy now, pay later place to build your credit is a good way to go. It's uncertain at best. So what are alternatives to building credit? I mean, for those of you looking to build your credit, I think the traditional methods of using a secured card, a credit builder, such as Open Sky, or a Capital One's always a good one, to help build your credit is still the way to go. In addition to that, of course, you always want to pay down your debt so that the credit cards you do currently have or any other revolving lines of credit have low credit utilizations below 30%, which gives you that positive credit history, or if nothing else, not lower your credit history and ding you for having a balance in excess of 30% of your available credit. Now, while we know that those methods that have established credit report systems and flow in place, we know that when you do things good with them, good things report. That's assuming it's being reported accurately. And so you could think about that and consider that in my other video, which talks about credit reporting errors and how that's an issue. So the conclusion being, how can buy now, pay later services help you build your credit? Can they? I don't know. It depends. So while the plans offer a convenience and they can be a good tool for budgeting, helping you with your cash flow and your financing, I would not consider them to be a reliable method for building your credit. Because of the limited reporting that comes with managing it properly versus improperly, you won't get any help, but it can only hurt you. So if depending on what type of person you are, you might say, hey, I got more to lose and less to gain. But I think it's a good product. It's a good way to get access to some additional credit, even though it won't help you with your traditional credit building. It can be another tool you can use in making larger purchases more affordable to you and budget friendly. But as the financial industry continues to evolve, we may see changes in how the buy now, pay later places impact the credit score. But for now, it should be used with caution and have a clear understanding of the limitations. But also, too, I've found that many of the services that use buy now, pay later plans tend to have sort of high prices on some of their retail offerings. So you have to be careful of that too. While they're offering you this flexible way to pay when you got limited credit, you may end up having a bigger sticker on some of those items. But it's another tool in your arsenal for living good. So if you found this of value, please like, subscribe, and share this. I hope you found value in it. And please comment below so that I can have other content, suggestions for other content that I can provide you guys, because I want to help you. Always remember, I'm here to help you. So this is Highly Rainy signing off. Have fun, guys.